It's What the Heck Is This?
Lite 98.7.
Is it a construction worker?
No.
What would he be doing? No, that's not it.
Lite 98.7, your guess.
Was it an animal toy? A dog toy?
Not an animal toy, but thanks for trying.
Getting closer. Lite 98.7, your guess.
Hi, was he breaking in his instrument? Kenny G?
No, excellent guess, though.
It is a good guess because it's for Kenny G tickets.
But he's not. I don't think he's here yet. We couldn't have gotten that.
Well,
we knocked on his door. Hey, Kenny, tune up your instrument for us.
Could have sent it to us, I suppose.
We did go someplace, I'll give you a hint, iconic to record that sound.
You know what I have to say about that? That's the sound we gathered yesterday.
And we'll tell you where we gathered it from. The Utica Zoo.
Lite 98.7.
The geese at the zoo.
Not the geese, but it is a bird.
It is a bird. It does have feathers.
The mallards, then.
No!
Lite 98.7, your guess.
An emu.
No. Emu, great crossword answer, by the way. Lite 98.7, looking for the bird whose sound we captured yesterday. And I will say this. I had my microphone out, and they weren't even coming over until I actually spoke to these birds.
He dirty talked a bunch of birds to get their mating calls. I'm just saying.
Lite 98.7, your guess.
A crane.
Yes.
So apparently that's their mating call, and they were like super quiet until Dave came over and was like, hey Crane, come on over.
Specifically, I think I said, hey guys, how you doing today? And they started walking over to me, and that's when they lit up.
Wait, are they guy cranes or girl cranes?
No idea.
The guy cranes dig you? Is that what you're trying to say?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Previously on Beth and Dave in the Morning.
21% of women won't bring this up on a first date. What is it?
Is it within prison?
No, I wouldn't bring that up.
Lite 98.7, your guess?
Is it kids?
No, close though. We're going to give it to you. It's furry kids. They're pet cats.
Really?
No guy wants to hear about that.
Yeah.
You knew I had dogs right up.
Dogs are good, cats are bad.
That's a little bizarre.
That is a little bizarre, right? You guys, you men, you're all weird.
Beth and Dave. Weekday mornings with the best variety of the 80s through today on Lite 98.7.
Sam Smith, who's one of our favorite artists here on Lite 98.7, joining James Corden on his late night show. And Smith apparently has a strategy for the future.
My plan is to keep my weight down for another 10 years, and then I'm just gonna. I would just want to live in caftans. When I'm older, I want to be in a caftan, no pants, glass of wine,
sunglasses, huge,
and I just walk around with my Oscar.
Yeah, and the Grammys.
That's an underappreciated kind of clothing, actually. The caftan.
I don't even know what it is.
You don't know what a caftan is?
I do not.
It's like a tent dress.
Yeah?
It's like my mother would call it a schmata. It's like a house dress.
It's the kind of thing that you'd see some of the extras in the Indiana Jones movies wandering around in when they're in the middle of a bazaar.
It's more like the old Miami woman with her glass of wine and her cigarette and her little turban on her head and her big sunglasses.
So was he joking, or do you think that there's a shred of truth in that remark there? Or was it entirely a joke by Sam Smith?
I think he would look fabulous in a caftan.
Well, it's kind of sad because George Michael lived out his remaining years
in a caftan?
Well, maybe he had one, I don't know, but he got very fat toward the end.
Well, my metabolism is slowing down, and I really like the look of a caftan. Just need the glass of wine and the big sunglasses, and Sam Smith and I can hang out together by the pool.
All right, now I know what to get you for Christmas.
Beth and Dave in the Morning.
Marriage is what brings us together today.
It's time for Your Mom Must Be So Proud.
Morons. Dummy. Idiot.
Bull.
I'm not a smart man.
With Beth and Dave in the Morning on Lite 98.7.
Okay, so today's suspect comes to us from Wisconsin.
Okay.
A woman and a mom.
Something having to do with corn?
No. This one recently arrested after she had her 9-year-old son ride on top of her minivan in order to hold down a plastic pool.
What?
Yes. A woman drove by this and saw it occurring and called it into 911 and followed this particular woman.
Hoping she would catch the kid when he inevitably blew off?
I guess. Amber Shunk got in big trouble. She told the cops that, I just didn't have enough room for the pool in the minivan, so I placed my kid on top of the minivan to try and weight the pool down. She was charged with endangering the safety of a child. She now faces up to 10 years in prison if convicted. She says, my son was only up there for about 20 seconds or so.
20 seconds? Not if a woman had time to dial 911 and follow you.
Right.
Stupid kills, people. And this is how. How do you reason that? That's like what you say to your kids. If you don't quiet down, I'm going to put you on the top of this minivan. You don't actually do it.
Well, he was only up there for 20 seconds.
I don't think seconds means what you think it means.
I only had him hold his hand over an open flame for...
a little while.
Yeah, a little while.
Do you know what she explained to the police officer? She said, well, my dad used to have me do this kind of stuff all the time when I was a kid, so I didn't see what the big deal was. And that explains a lot, because clearly she must have fallen on her head.
Yep. You know, the worst thing I ever did with Dash, my son, who's going to be 31 later this month.
Yes, and he survived.
Worst thing I ever did was, in the middle of winter, sent him down a big hill all by himself on a sled, but there were trees. And and I swear to God, like he's doing a slalom between the trees, and I'm like, my hands are in front of my face. I'm like, what have I done? I've killed my son. And he made it. Thank God he didn't crash.
He would hold it against you, though. Remember that time, Dad? I'll ask him about that at Thanksgiving.
Previously on Beth and Dave in the morning.
What are we doing, by the way, if we don't have enough candy to last? Are we running for cover somewhere?
I'm Italian. You buy enough candy to last for at least a week and a half.
Hey, it came up on Family Feud last night.
Name something you do on Halloween when you run out of candy, Gia.
We're going to go with give them vegetables. Veggies. Good for them.
Beth and Dave.
Here we go. Put some vegetables in it.
Weekday mornings on Lite 98.7.
Not a chance.
Beth and Dave in the morning.
And by the way, they're real and they're spectacular.
On Lite 98.7.